Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our ICC project poster presentation. My name is Nalan.
And my name is Rumilya.
So let's get started.
Let's go. So our poster is called The Enlightenment. Do you guys know what enlightenment means?
Lightning?
Yes, it's something like enlightening of a knowledge, a state of understanding something new.
Okay. So let's see what we had so far, and one by one, let's move to the lamps.
So in our poster, we have ELT, ICC, and their project. ELT and ICC are symbolized like a lamp, which produce a light, which is called project. Let's stop on each of them individually.
Okay, so ELT. ELT is English language teaching. In ICC course, we start from the very beginning of the methods, from grammar translation till trending methods, which includes CLIL. So the next is we had the chance to watch several videos about English language teaching and its dimensions. So first was presented by David Crystal and Global English. Rumilya, do you know what does the Global English mean?
Well, as I remember, global English means a concept which describes many different variations of English. In other words, English is not a language of America only or of Great Britain. It's a language of many, many different cultures. And we can also say that it's our language and we know English in our own perception. So global English means different variations of English language.
Thank you. So next is concept checking. Concept checking is basically one of the significant part of the classroom environment because you have to ask questions and structure it in a specific way in order to check students' understanding of your lesson. The next is CLIL, Concept Language Integrated Learning, which has a really significant importance in our course as well, which means learning content and language in the same time. So where you gain knowledge both from content and from the language. The next is scaffolding. Scaffolding is guiding or helping student out, which may give you a long lesson but qualified product.
Okay, so let's try to understand how English language teacher is connected to ICC and what ICC actually means. So ICC is an abbreviation for intercultural communicative competence. So Nalan, do you know what culture means?
Yeah, it's basically a system of behavior that help us act in an accepted or in familiar way.
Exactly. Intercultural communicative competence means an ability to communicate with different cultures and pre-knowing their different characteristics, like their stereotypes and their behavior, and to have a kind of a fruitful discourse with them. So in order to understand intercultural communicative competence, we should know these concepts like individualism and collectivism, masculinity and femininity, high and low power distances, indulgent and restrained communities, and holds high and low context cultures, Byram's model of communicative competence, which includes knowledge, attitude, and skills, and of course, Bennett's developmental model of intercultural sensitivity. So all in all, everything is described as this picture, like many different people they have their own characteristics, they have their own behaviors, their own customs, and we are all different. And in order to understand each other, we should know all these uh, features.
So, Rumila, isn't it not only knowing English is important nowadays? So, we have to be competent enough to communicate interculturally.
Exactly. So let's now move to our project.
So, at the beginning of the course, we were asked to find a cross cultural incident which we were asked to implement to our ELT classes, where the ICC and ELT actually meets. So, we have to implement this incident to our real English teaching environment. So, our incident was about a British tourist who was appeared to be in restaurant in Korea, and there tasted one dish or famous from Korea. So the dish was his chicken feet. Chicken feet was not familiar, which is actually alien for British people. And the other thing was extremely spicy, which caused a really, really bad impression about it. But in our incident, our British tourists were really tolerant and open-minded. We learned from this video that Korean people reduce their stress by eating spicy, really hot dishes. But as a British person who has a bland taste, they really unfamiliar with it. So our goal was to implement this way of reducing stress to our ELT classes.
So let's see how we did it and what we were required to do. So these are project products. We had to do students' book, which included vocabulary, pre-video activities and video, grammar, reading passage and pronunciation rules, as every normal student book includes. But in the video, we tried to include our cross-cultural incident. We also had to prepare a lesson plan and a presentation. And finally, we prepared a rubric for self and peer assessment. And then, in conclusion, we had to upload our presentation of this poster of all the stuff we have learned on YouTube. What we are doing now.
Yes. So, with this course, we are not only learning how to communicate with cross culture, but we are also trying to collaborate with our partners in the software environment. Because of the pandemics, which appears recently, we are not only learning how to communicate with cross culture, but we also learn how to collaborate with our partners through software. So we are basically improved our skills in designs, in presentations, and in posters as well.
Yes, and not only software skills, but also personal qualities like, for example, collaboration, being on time, and overall, we have learned to be empathetic to each other.
Thank you for listening us. See you later. Bye.